Today is very auspicious day, Disappearance Day of two personal associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahesh Pandit and Uddharan Datta Thakur. Our Gurudev wrote biography. I'll read first Mahesh Pandit. Mahesh Pandit of Shriman Mahabahur Braja Sakha. In Braja, Mahesh Pandit is Krishna's cowherd friend Mahabahu, Gorganodesh Dipika. Mahesh Pandit is Mahabahu Sakha, one of the Dwadash Gopal, or 12 cowherd boys. His home was first situated in Masipur across the river from Jirat on the eastern bank of the Ganges. When Masipur fell into the river, the Shripat, that is home, was moved to Beledanga near Sukasagar. Here too, when the Shripat fell into the river, it was moved, this time to its present location in Palpara. This last move took place in the Bengali year 1334 or 1927 AD, our counting. Palpara is situated within the Panchanagar administrative block. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur mentions in his commentary to Chaitanya Charitamrita that this final resting place for Mahesh Pandit Shripat is in Katalpuli near Chagda. Mahesh Pandit is considered to be a branch of both Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some people say that he was the youngest brother of Jagadish Pandit, whose Shripat is in Jashra. Jashra means the Chagda. According to this opinion, there were three brothers in the family, Jagadish, Hiranya and Mahesh. Mahesh Pandit Shripat is a small construction in the style of an ordinary residential building. It houses Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ditis, as well as Shri Gopinath, Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, and a Shalagram Shila. In front of the temple building is a memorial to Mahesh Pandit, his Pushpa Samadhi. If you have Gaur Nityananda Ditis and Radha Krishna, then they have to be separate altar. Or some screen in between, or some distance must be there. They cannot be on same altar because of Nityananda Prabhu being Baladev Prabhu and is having some Vatsalya Rasa that is incompatible with Madhurja Rasa. So you have to keep separate. Shri Mahesh Pandit participated in the Chira Dodi Mahotsav, the festival of chipped rice and yogurt in Panihati, after which, that is, Raghunath Das Goswami made, after which he followed Nityananda Prabhu to Saptagram. He was present in Karda when Narottam Das Thakur came there to pay a visit. With great affection, Mahesh Pandit bade farewell to Narottam Thakur and became sad in his separation. Bhakti Ratnakara. Mahesh Pandit, an associate of Nityananda Prabhu, resembled him in being extremely magnanimous and devoted to the salvation of all the fallen living beings. In his ecstasies of devotional love, he would dance madly. Mahesh Pandit was a magnanimous cowherd boy of Braja. In his love for Krishna, he would dance to the sound of kettle drums like a madman. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. His name is also mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Vrindavan Das Thakur calls him a great soul, Parama Mahanta. Chaitanya Bhagavat. His disappearance day is celebrated on the 13th day of the dark moon, Krishna Trayodashi, in the month of Paush, that is today. Today is his disappearance day. I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy. Also, today is Uddharan Datta Thakur's disappearance day. Uddharan Datta was the best of the Bhagavatas, means devotees. He served Nityananda Prabhu Prabhu's lotus feet in every way possible. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Whenever the Supreme Lord, Nandanandan Shri Krishna, adopts the devotional mood and bodily luster of Srimati Radharani in order to become Shri Krishna Chaitanya in the house of Shri Jagannath Mishra in Shri Dham Mayapur, he is always accompanied by his eternal associates, who join him to enrich his pastimes. Thus, Krishna's primary expansion, or Prakash, Baladev, accepts the attitude of a devotee as Sri Nityananda Prabhu, appearing in Ekachakra village in order to embellish Mahaprabhu's Lila. He too has his entourage or personal confidants who descend to this earth to assist him in playing his role. Nityananda Prabhu is Baladev Tattva. He is none other than Lord Shesh, the source of the three Purusha avatars, Mahashankarshana's causal form or Mool Shankarshan. His chief companions are known as the Dvadasha Gopalas, or 12 cowherds. Thus it is stated in the Gaur Ganodesh Deepika. This I will have to see. Lord Shesh. Yes, Baladev Prabhu is the source of three Purusha avatars, and Mahashankarshana's causal form or Mula Shankarshan. Yes. First, Krishna expands himself to Baladev Prabhu. Baladev is non different from Krishna, his first expansion. That is Mool Shankarshan, root Shankarshan in Vrindavan, cowherd boy. Then he comes to Dwaraka, and there he is as a Kshatriya. That is first Chatur Vyuha, first quadruple expansion, Vasudev Krishna, Shankarshan, that is Baladev as Kshatriya, and Pradyumna, son of Krishna, and Aniruddha, grandson of Krishna, son of Pradyumna. That is first quadruple expansion. Then second quadruple expansion is in Vaikuntha, again Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. That is called Mahashankarshan. His cause is Mool Shankarshan, that is Baladev. And this Mahashankarshan in Vaikuntha is the source of three Purusha avatars, Karanodakashaya, Garbhodakashaya, and Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. And the last is Shesha. That is why he's called Shesh, the last expansion. So in Gaur Ganodesh Deepika it is stated, Subahur yo braje gopo datta udaranakya ka. The cowherd named Subahu became Uddharan Datta. Uddharan. Uddharan Datta Thakur is thus one of the 12 Gopals. In order to assist, it is not that only 12 Gopals are there. They are chief among all cowherd boys, chief are there. They are person associate of Baladev. They are called Dwadash Gopal. In order to assist Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes, he appeared in the town of Saptagram in the year 1481, before Mahaprabhu. Saptagram is in the Hooghly district near the Trishbiga railway station. His parents were named Shrikar and Bhadravati, and they belonged to the gold merchant class. Any caste in which a Vaishnava appears is holy. The earth itself is blessed by the appearance of a Vaishnava, and his or her mother has achieved the perfection of motherhood. Vrindavan Das has written, like our Brihad Bharati Maharaj, he studied to be a doctor, and he became doctor, but his perfection of his doctorhood was at the end when he was serving Gurudev in this way, and also driving him up and down. That is the perfection of his doctorhood, to serve pure devotee. Nityananda Prabhu remained a few days in Karda and then went on to Saptagram with his troop of associates. The Lord stayed at the home of the fortunate Uddharan Datta on the banks of the Triveni. Completely surrendered to the feet of Nityananda Prabhu, Uddharan Datta worshipped him without any false pretense and sincerely, not outwardly pretending like I'm serving you, but inside there is no actual desire to satisfy him. It is for some other purpose, for name and fame or something. Sometimes we pretend, I'm a great devotee and I'm serving, but Uddharan Datta, he was serving Nityananda Prabhu without any false pretense, sincerely for his satisfaction. The entire caste of gold merchants, that is from the heart, from the core of heart, he was serving him sincerely. The entire caste of gold merchants was purified by the presence of Uddharan Datta in its midst. Of this there can be no doubt. It's from Chaitanya Bhagavat. Jati kul sob nir arthak janaite janmailen horidase mlecha kulete. In order to show that one's caste and family background are completely irrelevant, Haridas Thakur took birth in an outcast family, Muslim. So this does not count where one is born, in which family or in which place. Sometimes we hear, oh, I was not born in India, so I cannot perform devotion to Krishna. That is not correct. All souls belong to Krishna. Soul is neither Indian, nor Slovenian, nor American, nor Russian, nor Chinese, nothing. All souls are coming from Krishna. Jatova imani bhutani jayate. All are coming. All we are children of same God. And every child has natural birthright to call his father. There is no material qualification or disqualification which is counted here, or where you took birth, which place, female, male, that doesn't mean anything. The only thing is, every child has a right to call his father, and father is affectionate to all his children. Only we have to call Krishna. If we get sadhu sangha by our past sukriti, then we get that inclination to serve Krishna. That is why our Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj told to our Gurudev, yes, you should go to Western countries. Because this teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not only for India, it is for all. You have to inform them that by chanting Harinam, they can be rescued in this Kali Yuga. This you have to tell to everyone. It is not for India only, because all our souls. Also, Haridas Thakur, he was born in Muslim, but because he was chanting Harinam purely, he became Acharya, Guru, Namacharya, Guru. Mahaprabhu told to Haridas Thakur to bless Rup Sanatan. That is, of course, Lila, but the point is, they are making this Lila that it doesn't matter where one is born. What matters is whether Atma is inclined to serve Krishna. This inclination we can get by Sadhu Sangha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu wanted to teach that a great devotee may appear in any family, in any caste, and so they had some of their devotees take birth in such households. Also Prahlad Maharaj, born in demon family, but is the topmost devotee. One who takes birth in a low-class family is not disqualified from performing devotional service. Nor is one who is born in a pure, high-class, Brahminical family. Here pure means in the sense of gunas, in Satya Guna. Brahmins are in Satya Guna. So that material purity, or yes, one born in a pure, high class, according to material calculation, Brahminical family automatically qualified for such service. No, he is not automatically qualified for such service. If he gets the grace of devotee and follows his instruction, then he will do. But not just by being a Brahmin. That Brahmin came to Mahaprabhu drinking only milk and brahmachari. But Mahaprabhu did not allow him. You cannot get Krishna by this external purity. You can get Krishna only through surrender. Then that Brahmin surrendered and he got admission into the circle of Mahaprabhu. So one who took birth in low-class family is not automatically disqualified. Or one who is in high-class Brahminical family is not automatically qualified. Whoever will take Sadhu Sangha and worship Krishna, yes, here further it is written, whoever engages in the worship of the Lord is a great person. One who does not worship is rejected. That is why Prahlad Maharaj, this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is why Prahlad Maharaj said in the prayers to Nrsimha Bhagavan, totally at the beginning, he said, now I understand that you will not be satisfied because all demigods, Brahma, Shiva, all Indra, other demigods of high planetary system, all in Satyaguna, they have so many good material qualities of Satyaguna. Prahlad named them all. He said, now I understand that you will not be satisfied by these things. They tried, but they could not satisfy you. I am a demon. How I could satisfy you or pacify you? Because I got devotion from Narad Goswami. That is the only cause. And he said one who has such devotion, maybe he may be a Chandala, outcast. All we Westerners, we are all Chandalas, Mlechas, Javanas, outside of Vedic. But he said, one such person, if he will chant Harinam with devotion, then he will purify himself and his family. But if one is a Brahmin with all 12 qualities of Brahmin, control over senses, all these things, if he's not a devotee, he cannot purify even himself. What to speak of purifying others? Arche Vishnu Shiladir Guru Shunaramatir Vaishnava Jati Budir Vishnur Va Vaishnavanam Kalimala Matane Padatirthe Bumbudi Shri Vishnu Namni Mantre Sakala Kalushakhe Sabda Shabda Samanya Budir Vishnu Sarveshwareshatat Itara Samadir Yasya Vanaraki Saha. Anyone who considers the deity to be nothing but stone, the Guru to be an ordinary human being, or the Vaishnava to be a member of a particular caste or race, who takes the holy water which has washed Vishnu or the Vaishnava's lotus feet and can destroy all the sins of the age of Kali to be ordinary water, who thinks that the name or mantra of Vishnu, which destroys all evils, is the same as any other sound, or who takes Vishnu to be equal to anything or anyone other than him, is a resident of hell. This is from Padma Puran. Yesterday we heard one who has lack of sukriti, he cannot have faith in all these transcendental substances. He will think they are material. That is wrong. So only one who has sukriti, he can have faith, and he will worship, and he will be rescued. Anyone who thinks Shiva is equal to Vishnu is also in this category. Cannot see the truth as it is. Vishnu is supreme. All are his servants. Expansions, Swangsha expansions, and Vibhinangsha expansions, Jivas, all his servants. No one is equal to him. Anyone who sees a Vaishnava in terms of his material birth is destined for a hellish existence. Subahu took birth in a family of gold merchants, but this does not mean that he was a gold merchant. He was an eternal associate of the Lord beyond the material qualities. One who cannot understand the underlying nature or ontological aspect of the Lord and his devotees by using the gross or subtle material senses, one can only get a superficial understanding of their morphological or external aspect. The true nature of the devotee and the Supreme Lord is revealed to the surrendered heart. If Uddharan Datta Thakur is merciful, one can understand his transcendental nature and his divine glories. Amongst devatas, objects of worship, Vishnu is supreme. Only by uttering the name of Vishnu can all of one's sins be burnt up, all inauspiciousness in one's destiny destroyed. Destiny, karma, fate, and auspiciousness gained. But the example is a Jamil. He chanted Narayan and all his sins were destroyed in a moment. And he got liberation. Not immediately prema, but liberation. Then when he chanted with relation with Vishnu, then he got prema. But the point is, this is not untrue, Gurudev said. It is true what Shastra says. But why Ajamil got? Because he had no offenses in his heart. He never criticized Vishnu or Vaishnava. No offenses there. That is why he could get Namavas. But if there are offenses present, then you will not get that result. That is why in this Kali Yuga, Gaur Nityananda appeared to rescue the offenders also. Some days back I told, it is not that Gaur Nityananda, they are not considering any offenses. You can do whatever you like and you will be rescued. That is not correct. The point is that they are ready to rescue the offenders also when they will submit and follow. Otherwise, why Mahaprabhu did not want to give prema to Sachimata? He said she has offense. And other so many examples I told on that day. Our Parangurudev said, someone will think, no problem, I will criticize Guru, Vaishnavas, all. Then later I will just chant Nitai Gaurango, I will be rescued. That is the wrong mentality. One who is sincere, if he will submit to Gaur Nityananda, they will help you how to rectify all those offenses in heart, and by their grace, then you can chant pure name. A single utterance of the name of Ram equals 1,000 repetitions of the name of Vishnu. Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasra Namabhis Tulyam Rama Nama Varaname. O sweet-faced Durga, Shiva is telling, I take great pleasure in chanting the names of Ram, Ram, Ram. A single utterance of the name of Ram is equivalent to a recital of the 1,000 names of Vishnu. Padma Purana. Sahasra Namnam Punyanam Triravritya tu Yad Phalam Ekavrita tu Krishna Sanamekam Tat Prayachati. The fruits of 3 recitation of the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu are attained by a single utterance of the name of Krishna. Brahmanda Purana. Even though the name of Krishna and the Krishna mantra are supremely powerful, offenses are taken into consideration in the chanting of Krishna's name. Even the glow of the holy name, Nama Abhas, can destroy all sins and give one liberation. We are hearing this during Kartik. Tam nirvajam bhaja gunanide pavanam pavananam. Shraddharati uttama shloka molim. Prodhyam antah karan kuhere khanta jannama banor abhasopi khapayati mahapatak dvantarashi. Mahapatak. Great sinner or great sins. All can be destroyed by Namabhas only. Glow of the name. So, here, and destroy all sins and give one liberation. If you go to astrologer, then he will see, yes, you have these sins. So you have to do this worship of Kali or some other remedy, he will say. Then you can do. But for devotee, that is not necessary. Devotee will destroy all his sins by worship of Krishna, but we have to do without offenses. Then automatically destroy. Nevertheless, if one commits offenses, the benefits of Namabhas are lost. Lord Krishna withholds his mercy from the offensive person. The difference between a sin, pap, and an offense, aparat, is the following. An improper act committed toward a conditioned, embodied being is a sin. Like you kill some animal or you criticize some person, that is sin. Whereas a similar improper act committed toward Vishnu or the Vaishnava is an offense. An offense has graver consequences than a sin. Ajamil was a great sinner, but because he had committed no offenses, he was delivered by the power of Namabhas. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu delivered everyone, both sinners and offenders, those who surrender to them. They can be rescued. Krishna will not look at you, but Gaur Nityananda will help you to come out from that. But it is not meant that in Gaur Nityananda Lila or in Navadip Dham, you can do whatever you like, there is no offenses. That is not correct. Mahaprabhu did not, he said, we heard yesterday, Devananda Pandit committed offense to Srivas. Mahaprabhu was angry. And then he told him how he has to be rescued from offense. And that Gopal Chapal also, he committed offense to Srivas Pandit. Ramachandra Khan committed offense to Haridas Thakur. So they were punished. It is not that Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, they are not seeing offenses. Nityananda punished that Ramachandra Khan to teach. The point is that Krishna will not look at you if you have offenses. But Gaur Nityananda will rescue you if you sincerely surrender. Then you can remove all offenses. There are offenses to be considered while chanting Krishna's name. Therefore, simply by chanting his name, the offender does not become ecstatic. But these considerations do not exist where Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu are concerned. So as soon as one chants the name, he feels the ecstasy of love for God, if no offenses to Gaur Nityananda. There are offenses to them, like that mentality. So we have to learn from bona fide Guru how to, he will engage us in the service of Krishna, like Mahaprabhu told to Devananda Pandit, you have to do this, then you will be rescued. Also to that Brahmin, he said, I criticize devotees. Then Mahaprabhu said, you have to stop that and you have to sing the glories of devotees. Then you will be rescued. So if Mahaprabhu would not see any offense and nothing, then why he would instruct this man to stop offenses first? And then what he has to do to be freed from those offenses. So we have to understand this clearly, what is meant. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami has glorified Nityananda Prabhu's quality of being merciful to the most following in the following words. Nityananda Prabhu is the avatar of mercy. He is so intoxicated by ecstatic love that he does not discriminate between the good and the bad. He delivers anyone who falls down before him. How he will deliver? He will engage you in the service of Krishna and tell you these activities you have to give up. Nityananda is Guru. These things you have to give up. They are displeasing to Krishna, and these things you have to do. Then you can get. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person as me. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has particularly given extensive glorification of Nityananda Prabhu. The sinful and offensive living beings of this world have no alternative but the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu if they want to be delivered. Even though Nityananda Prabhu is Bhagavat Tattva, means God, he behaves as a devotee. All of his associates are expansions of his mercy. Nityananda Prabhu is said to be the deliverer of the most fallen. His companions seek out even more fallen souls to deliver. In fact, Nityananda Prabhu distributes his mercy to the conditioned souls through his devotees. So many expansions. One also was empowered by Nityananda Prabhu, that is Srila A.C. Bhaktivinoda Sai Maharaj. Directly empowered by Nityananda, he appeared in this family of Uddharan Datta, Sai Maharaj. So he went everywhere. As one of Nityananda Prabhu's closest confidants, Uddharan Datta Thakur is called Parama Patita Pavan, the deliverer of the most fallen amongst the most fallen. Thus, any jiva who takes shelter of Uddharan Datta Thakur is quickly delivered from his material entanglements and attains the service of Nityananda Prabhu and Gauranga, Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Therefore, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes him as the best of the Mahabhagavats, great devotees. And Vrindavan Das Thakur writes in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Uddharan Datta is a great and magnanimous Vaishnava who has a title to the service of Nityananda Prabhu. From a superficial point of view, Uddharan Datta worked as the manager of a big zamindar, Raja of Naihati, landowner. The relics of this wealthy family are still visible not far from the Dain Ghat station. The village where Uddharan Datta Thakur lived while acting as the manager of the estate was named Uddharanpur. Though he possessed a vast fortune, means wealth, money, Uddharan Datta renounced all sense gratifications, dedicating all of his sense activities to the service of Nityananda Prabhu. Being controlled by the love of his devotee, Nityananda Prabhu enjoyed the foodstuffs that Uddharan had cooked. Bhakter Drabya Prabhu Kari Kari Khai, Bhakter Drabya Pane Ulatina Chai. The Lord will grab food from his devotee, but he will not even glance at anything offered by a non-devotee. At Uddharan Datta's Shripat in Saptagram, which stands on the bank of the Saraswati river, one can still see the six-armed form of Mahaprabhu that he personally worshipped. On the right side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the deity of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and on the left side is the deity of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. On another altar are the deities of Radha Govinda, you see, another altar, and the Shalagram Shila, and below the throne is a picture of Sri Uddharan Datta Thakur. After Uddharan Datta disappeared, Jannava Devi made an auspicious visit to his home. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that his brother did not have as much faith in Nityananda Prabhu as he had in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This was the cause of an argument between his brother and Nityananda Prabhu's follower Minaketan Ramdas. Srila Kaviraj Goswami took Ramdas's side in this argument and rebuked his brother. He took the side of associate of Nityananda Prabhu. Krishnadas Kaviraj told to his brother, "You are a fool. You should not think Nityananda is different from Mahaprabhu. You may say you have faith in Gauranga Mahaprabhu, but if you say you have no faith in Nityananda Prabhu, that is half chicken logic. It is not good." So here we can see that worldly family connection, one should not be influenced by that and be partial. No, one has to be partial to the truth, to the eternal truth, to Krishna, to pure devotee. He has to serve them, please them, not worldly some relations. That is all temporary and for sense enjoyment only. So, because he took the side of personal associate of Nityananda Prabhu and spoke the truth about Gauranga and Nityananda, then Nityananda Prabhu here is written, Nityananda Prabhu was pleased with Srila Kaviraj Goswami just because he supported his devotee. Nityananda Prabhu gave him a vision of himself, darshan got in dream. The right to live in Vrindavan means qualification, adhikar, to live in Vrindavan and service to the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. We may think, I have enough money, I have 2,000 euro, I can buy ticket, I can go to Vrindavan. That is not qualification to stay in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is transcendental realm. You cannot enter there with material means. Only in your spiritual body, that in surrendered mood, in service mood, you can enter into real Vrindavan. That is given by Guru Nityananda. So he got that. You cannot go Vrindavan buying ticket. You will go Vrindavan and do sense enjoyment there. This is not Vrindavan, staying in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, only Krishna is the enjoyer. All others are enjoyed by him. The conclusion is that if we worship Uddharan Datta Thakur, serving him and trying to please him, we will quickly be able to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, through which we will become eligible to attain love for Krishna and thus perfect our lives. In order to attract people, allow them to benefit from Uddharan Datta Shripad, it is necessary to make repairs to the buildings on the site. Here's a word, in order to attract people, allow them. It is necessary to make repairs to the buildings on the site. Through this, people will become aware of his glories and will seek his mercy and become blessed. If one makes an effort to serve, the object of worship will give the commensurate power to serve. Yes, this is the point. If we want to serve, we will get that power from them, that qualification. But first, desire should be there. In front of the Saptagram temple, a large hall has been constructed, in front of which is a shady and cool terrace covered by Madhavi creeper. Srinivas Datta Thakur was Uddharan Datta's son. Their descendants have spread into many branches and today live in Kolkata, Hooghly and many other places. Those who have taken birth in this family are doubtlessly very fortunate individuals. That one of them is also Sai Maharaj. One branch that he explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita in commentary, two branches. He is in that branch of De, Malik something, and he is born in that family. So here, Gurudev Pray says, they're fortunate individuals. We pray that they abandon their superficial, illusory family connection and establish their transcendental relation with him. And gave example of Sai Maharaj. It is not only like bodily connection. You have to make spiritual connection. You have to surrender to Uddharan Datta Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. So here, establish their transcendental relation with him and take care of developing the birth site of Sri Uddharan Datta Thakur. There Sai Maharaj wrote that he, as a child, he visited many times this Uddharan Datta Thakur's temple as a child because it belongs to that family. Uddharan Datta Thakur left this world in the 1551 AD on the Krishna Trayodashi of the month of Paush. That is today. So we have 5 more minutes. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, Sai Maharaj. Commentary. In Chaitanya Charitamrita. Today I saw somewhere, I will try to find. It is going slow. Yes, I found. Yes. Kolkata was developed under British rule by the influential mercantile community and especially by the Suvarnavani community who came down from Saptagram to establish their businesses and homes all over Kolkata. They were known as Saptagrami Mercantile Community of Kolkata, and most of them belonged to the Malik and Sil families. More than half of Kolkata belonged to this community, as did Srila Uddharan Datta Thakur. Our paternal family also came from this district and belonged to the same community. The Maliks of Calcutta are divided into two families, namely the Sil family and the De family. All the Maliks of the De family originally belonged to the same family and Gotra. We also formerly belonged to the branch of the De family, whose members, intimately connected with the Muslim rulers, received the title Malik. Yes, in Saptagram, I'm not reading whole commentary, only these parts when it's personal. In Saptagram, there is still a temple with 6-armed deity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that was personally worshipped by Srila Uddharan Datta Thakur. On the right side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a deity of Nityananda Prabhu, and on the left side is Gadadhar Prabhu. There are also a Radha Govinda Murti and the Shalagram Shila, and below the throne is a picture of Sri Uddharan Datta Thakur. In front of the temple there is now a big hall, and in front of the hall is a Madhavi Lata plant. The temple is in a very shady, cool and nicely situated location. When we returned from America in 1967, the executive committee members of this temple invited us to visit it, and thus we had the opportunity to visit this temple with some American students. Formerly, in our childhood, we visited this temple with our parents because all the members of the Suvarnavani community enthusiastically take interest in this temple of Uddharan Datta Thakur. So today is Srila Uddharan Datta Thakur's Disappearance Day. I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy. Tomorrow we will further hear